The Fossil expansion set was released on October 10th, 1999. This set introduced its namesake, the Fossil mechanic, a variety of Pokemon which could be evolved from the Clefairy doll-like trainer card Mysterious Fossil. Among these is Aerodactyl, whose Pokemon ability highlights another focus of the set, Floodgates. Aerodactyl's presence on either bench locks both players out of evolution, permanently. Its counter is Muck, whose ability shuts down any other Pokemon ability. Finally, Psyduck's Headache attack disables trainer cards on the following turn. Ditto would also throw an interesting wrench into the mix, as it copies everything about the defending Pokemon and treats all its energy as any color, provided a Muck or status condition isn't already rendering it useless. However, none of these new introductions would warp the format more than a card introduced shortly after the set's release, a promo card in the form of Mewtwo. Mewtwo's ability to recover lost energy essentially for free and set up a very quick 40 damage hit would become the card to beat. It combos with any number of cards that require a discard. With the release of its counter in the form of Promo Mew, the original 151 Pokemon roster would at last be complete. In this series, Autumn, Josh, and myself will be traversing the sands of the Pokemon TCG's history. Each episode will open 36 packs or one box of a core Pokemon set. Then we'll play a best 2 out of 3 against each other, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, the twist is that none of us have ever played the TCG before. This is our very first experience with the game. Get ready to watch us bumble through set lists and barely manage to construct something even remotely resembling a reasonable deck in this near lawsuit level of content theft I call the Pokemon Progression Playoffs. So this week in the bands, we are adding Venusaur to the mix, Venusaur's band, and that's because Autumn just patently hated going against it. And I have elected to ban Lickitung because it just slows the game down to this god-awful crawl that we all hate, so getting rid of that. This week in the trade section, we have Autumn has traded 2 Snorlax to Josh in exchange for 2 Pinsir. I elected not to trade anything this week. And then finally we have a new section here in the consequences, the promos. Between each set there's a release of promo cards, and the way we decided to handle these is we wanted to have them in the pool and be able to play with them, but we didn't want them to be the sort of thing where we all have 4 of them and like they're incredibly broken. We wanted it to be fair, and we also wanted to make it so that trading them was kind of a strategic choice. So what we've decided to do is every time a promo card is released, we each get 1 copy of it, just
Everybody
for free,
gets one.
as if we had gone to whatever the event was and gotten a copy. Our first such promo card this week is going to be the Pikachu that I actually discussed in the Jungle episode, the one that could be rarely found as part of the booster set. That card was actually released a month later after the set was released. That Pikachu is specifically referred to as Ivy Pikachu. I don't know why. Josh has very helpfully lined up a list over here for me that lists each set and when the promo cards were released relative to the sets. It was very kind of him to do that and take the time. The man's a regular Jacob. He loves making and using lists. Finally, as always, last section is the pulls. So Josh won last episode, so here's him pulling his winner packs.
Jungle, didn't have that many rares to pull from, so I kind of got almost everything I wanted anyway. I didn't get a Snorlax, and if I had to get more of anything else, I guess a Kangaskhan would be alright. Let's just go ahead and see what I get. So, 3 packs. Okay, I got the Snorlax. Funny how that keeps working out. I don't think any of the other cards actually matter, though also I only had 1 Nidorina, so I guess having more is not a bad thing. How many Jolteons did I have? I had 2. Okay. Now I got 3. And now I have 4, I guess. Hooray for that. Yeah, this is fine.
Alright, so once again, our little Pidgeot Jinx strategy has not worked out for us last time. That's unfortunate, but hey, that's alright. We move on, we learn. We might learn, anyway. So, Fossil introduced some interesting mechanics to the game, but in looking over the set list and kind of discussing it, I don't think this set really had as much of an impact on the game, sealed or otherwise, as the previous two did. The thing about a lot of the cards in here is that a lot of them are just kind of really obnoxious to get out and don't really do a lot for you. When you have stuff like Scyther in the format and Hitmonchan and people have access to it, the things here just really have a hard time surviving. Like, starting with Aerodactyl here, it's like the stuff that most people are going to be rocking up with, Lickitung, Mr. Mime, Jinx, Scyther, Hitmonchan, do not give a singular fuck about this. Really, a lot of strategies do use evolution in some way, so this is an important card and you want to respect it, but it's like, eh. Mysterious Fossil is difficult to get it to stick because it's only got 10 HP, and this set has a lot more things that do bench damage, so it's like, eh. This Articuno is maybe interesting for Rain Dance. Its first attack, Freeze Dry, is not any more difficult to set up than like Dugong or Gyarados' 50 damage attacks are, and this thing has a 50-50 paralysis, so that's pretty neat. Plus it's a basic with 70 HP, so you know, quick to get out. Once again, doesn't care about Aerodactyl. This Ditto, I'm given to understand, was a Rulings Nightmare. I don't know exactly what ruling nightmares this thing has caused, but this thing has definitely caused us to ask certain questions about like lingering effects on things. I don't know how those were ruled back in the day. I don't know how the simulator's going to handle them either. Gengar has a notable ability. This one's like the opposite of Alakazam, where Alakazam would let you move your own damage counters around as much as you wanted. This will allow you to move damage counters around on your opponent's side, but only once per turn. And then on top of that, its attack will do 30 damage to the defending, plus I think it's 10 to a benched thing. So you're adding 10 bench damage every time, and you're being able to move it around. This thing can knock out Pokemon, so this thing's really cool. Would definitely like to get some copies of this. We have also now reprinted a Haunter that is not absolute dogshit. This thing's actually pretty interesting. The ability basically just has a 50-50 chance to blank everything. Hitmonlee is another one of those things that I mentioned can do bench damage, and it's a fighting type, so it goes well into Haymaker. Hypno shares the exact same attack as Gengar, also a Psychic user. This Kabutops kind of illustrates what I meant about the fossils and a lot of the other Pokemon in this set just kind of not really being terribly worth it. This thing, you have to get a Mysterious Fossil to survive all the bench damage hitters in this set. Plus, you have to get a Kabuto to survive long enough. And, you know, this thing's basically a two-stager, so you have to have all these resources to get it going. And for all that investment, here's what you get. 60 HP, which is not great. 2 energy for 30 damage, which is, like, fine, but other stuff can do that. And then you have Absorb, which will do 4 for 40, and then will heal you 10. Great! Here's Muck, as mentioned in the intro. Much like Aerodactyl, Ever-Present Floodgate, this one's a little bit more important, perhaps. Shutting down Pokemon abilities is a little bit more useful. Once again, not really going to do anything to Haymaker. Scyther, Hitmonchan do not give a shit. They don't have a Pokemon power. But this thing, you know, you can just jam it in places and shut down all Pokemon abilities, including Aerodactyl, which makes Aerodactyl even worse. If Pokemon had side decking, this would be a side deck big time. Here, this Raichu is yet another bench hitter. Zapdos, yet another bench hitter. This one's a little bit worse than Raichu, because Raichu will do 10 damage to 3 things. Zapdos will do 20 damage to everything on a 50-50 coin flip, but for each coin flip you fail, it does 10 to itself. So it's risky, but it's roughly the same investment, and it doesn't require evolution. Moving on to the uncommons, this Ghastly's kind of interesting because it has energy conversion, which allows you to grab 2 energy cards, not basic, just energy cards, so this thing will grab a double colorless, and put them back in your hand. There is the promo Mewtwo I mentioned in the intro. This thing is basically that promo Mewtwo light. The promo Mewtwo would attach the energies to itself, so it just immediately gets momentum. This thing's more about being effectively a free energy retrieval. This Magmar's a little asshole. This thing, you have at most 2 energy to use this thing's attacks, and both attacks will do stalling shit. This Slowbro is also Alakazam light. This thing will allow you to move damage counters around on your side of the field, just like Alakazam would, but this one's a little bit more limited about it. This one will only let you move damage counters onto itself and won't let you knock it out. This Grimer is interesting because not only does it evolve into Muck, which is good, but also its first move it just requires a colorless, and it's 50-50 chance of paralysis, plus 10 damage. So this thing is the Lickitung from the previous episode, but with a lot less HP. Energy Search, jam 4 of this in basically every time. Gambler I'm excited to try out. Not only does this thing help prevent decking out from stalling, if you specifically flip tails, like you might actually want that, but also sometimes this just says draw 8, and you're not discarding the things that you shuffle back, you're shuffling them back. Anyway, that's it. That's the whole set. Like I said, a lot of interesting, unique cards in here, not necessarily good ones, but interesting to play with. I'm looking forward to seeing what we pull and seeing what we can do with some of this stuff, because I'll let you know right now, there's a lot of opportunity for jank nonsense in here. You know I'm gonna try it.
Okay, time to do my fossil openings. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a couple of things in here. Muck would be really nice. And I've also been looking at Aerodactyl, but I figure, like, I'm using a lot of bases, and so Aerodactyl would be good for me in that sense. But also, I don't really want to have to commit to putting a fossil in and everything, and it's like, yeah, so we've got 36 packs here. Let's see what we get. Hey, what do you know? Muck, immediately. That's fantastic. Okay, if I can get, you know, another one or two more of those, that would be just peachy. Ooh, a Lapras. I've not really looked at Lapras. If I wanted to run water, then it could be a decent, like, anti-Mr. Mime there. Good HP. Seems like a good card. You need the right strategy for it. Of course, I'm sure there's other things in here that are nice that are not rares. Like, Slowbro could be good. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. 2 Psychic for 20 damage. That actually could... Oh, wait, no, because Mr. Mime's weak to Psychic. Learned that last time. Ooh, Ditto. I know Josh said he was interested in trying this out. I could potentially run a Ditto thing if I get more of these, like, I'm not gonna say no to that.
Okay, 36 packs of Fossil. Here we go. So here's Zapdos, which is almost like, will almost kind of play into my, like, do bench damage modus operandi here. Okay, so here's Raichu, and it's kind of the same as Zapdos, but reading it, I think it's actually a little better. Like, yeah, so it's like it does a little less initial damage, and it does less damage to each bench Pokemon. It does 10 per, but it's guaranteed damage, and there's no recoil. That's actually pretty good. Here's a Hitmonlee. I really like to see that. I'm looking forward to making use of Stretch Kick, or, you know, potentially. Fighting decks are kind of rough, I think. At least my card pool for them isn't great, so it's like... And then here's this uncommon Ghastly, which I'm interested in for its ability to hit Mr. Mime, which is not banned. And also, Energy Conversion allows you to retrieve 2 energy cards from your discard pile to your hand. Ghastly will do damage to itself to do that, but it's free to retreat, so, like, this thing's kind of like a free energy retrieval-ish. Gambler might be interesting to play with. It's common, so we'll probably all have it, but it's kind of like... This is like the card Reload from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, this is almost, like, not bad.
Time to open some fossil packs. I'm expecting something very similar to what happened with Jungle. Last time I got every card but one. This time I'm expecting, you know, something similar. Kabutops, I believe, is one of the crappier cards in the set, unfortunately. I see we've got the $1 Million glitch again. Also, this Magmar is busted. I hope I get several of these, even if I don't end up using them right away. I might in a later set or something. Yeah, Moltres is... It's too high energy. I don't think it would be worth putting into a deck, so I'm glad I got 2 of them, apparently. Okay, so there was a Haunter in base set. For some reason, Haunter is a rare in this set. It's got a really interesting power. It's just basically anytime it's attacked, there's a 50% chance that that attack does nothing to it, which is quite nice. If I'm going to use Gengar in a deck, I'll almost certainly want to go with this Haunter over the other one. Okay, I was really hoping for Hitmonlee. It's got a fair amount of utility, and, you know, being a basic, you can kind of just slot it in. The problem is you then have to commit to fighting energy, but I really like this thing. I'm going to potentially try to use it. I don't know for sure yet. Okay, 2 Hitmonlees. I will be happy to see that. I don't know why I said I will be. I am happy to see that. Okay, 3. Damn. Things hearing me. It's like, okay, you want more of them? Sure. The rest of your cards will be Hitmonlees.
Ooh, Gengar. This thing's really good, from what I'm told. This Slowpoke card, I just want to say, I don't have this card, but I do have a Sun and Moon card with the same artwork as this, from when I bought the game on launch. There's a second Magma. Kabutops, eh? Ooh, that looks, a lot of damage for that. 2 for 30 isn't bad. It's okay. I mean, 60 HP on a thing you have to evolve is... Another Zapdos. Sad that I'm not interested in it. Unless I want to go for some really jank strat specifically designed to make Zapdos work, but I don't think so. Hey, okay, there's the second Muck. That's very nice. If I can get a third one, I will be very happy indeed. I think that's like my third or fourth Magmar. There's a second Gengar. Ooh, this is shaping up interestingly. I could go for a Psychic and Grass deck. There's my third Muck. Fantastic. Hitmonlee. I feel like I remember. Oh, this one's good. Yeah, three fightings for 50. That's real good. It doesn't even have like a recoil thing like in the games. Oh, and you can do 2 to just do 20 damage to a bench thing. That's pretty nice as well. Got options.
Here's another Raichu, so like if I wanted to gear toward that strategy, that's pieces are coming together. Maybe we'll see a rare appearance of the fucking Ivy Pikachu promo that we just got. Also, I think that's my third Ghastly in a row. Here's a Gengar. Missing a Haunter, but, you know... Well, I might have one from base set. I have to take a look at that. But having a Gengar means I could potentially gear toward that. I've got the tools. Here's a Muck. I've definitely been getting Grimers. They're common anyway. Much like Mankey in Josh's deck in the last episode, this thing is actually, like, almost worth putting in a deck just for the Pokemon power. Like, it doesn't even matter that I'm not going to be running a grass strategy. Just jam it in anyway. And I think this is my fourth Ghastly, so we got that covered. Also, here's this Magmar. This thing's fucking gross. If I were to build a fire strategy, I don't know that I'm geared toward that. But if I were, this thing's obnoxious as hell. There's yet another Raichu. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably all the copies I wanted right there. And another Ghastly. I think every pack has had a Ghastly.
Okay, yep. Like I said, I really like Ditto. I think this is a cool card to just throw in and just, you know, do something weird with it. And we got another one. Okay. Interesting tidbit. So base Magneton has 60 HP and its attack does 80 and 80 to itself. This one has 80, it does 100 and 100 to itself. So basically, in order to survive your own self-destruct with either version, you would need to have 3 defenders on it. I don't think that's happening. I haven't seen Gengar yet. I'm getting worried. I like Gengar and I'd like to have one. Okay, there's our Aerodactyl. It kind of hinges on your opponent using a deck that relies on evolution and your deck not, which is a little ironic given that this is in itself an evolution of Mysterious Fossil. You could actually slot this into any type deck and deal fighting damage with colorless energy. I didn't think about that. Okay, I think that's 3 Haunters. I think that's 3 Dittos. I think that's 3 Raichus.
There's another Gengar. Not sure I want to put that many in. I actually, with this strategy I was thinking, I might be running low on space for other things, especially if I know I'm going to have a good quantity of Psychic and Grass Energy. Hypno, eh? I don't remember what this thing does. Oh, you can look at cards and rearrange them. You could use that to screw your opponent over. Unfortunately, you have to evolve to get this. So... Also, you have to have this out, it has to be your attack. If it was a Pokemon power, that would be, like, maybe. You could have that on the side. If it's an attack, though, it's like, I don't really want this out. Dragonite. I don't have any Dragonite to evolve into this. Could be good trade fodder, I guess. There's Articuno. Okay. Whoa, what do you mean Freeze Dry? That's a Gen 6 move. They predict Gen 6? You won't believe. Okay, it's like potential for bench damage. Yeah, this doesn't look any better than Zapdos, really. There's a second Ditto. Okay. Could do something with that. Oh, there's a third Ditto. Very tempting. So, obviously, you know, Ditto transforms into stuff. Doesn't have any attacks, so its only power is to transform.
Here's an Articuno. That's really cool. I would kind of like to see more of this. That's interesting. Is that another fucking Ghastly? Dragonite is cool, but not good. Well, this thing lets you retreat from your active to Dragonite for free, and I don't think it counts as a retreat. So, like, I think this would work through paralysis or sleep, which is interesting. And its retreat cost is small, so if you paired this with Dodrio, it would actually be free to retreat this thing. But you gotta get to it. And I feel like if you're gonna put a 2-stage evolution thing in your deck, the final stage of it had better be something just nuts. I don't know if this is nuts. Here's a Hypno. Now, if I wanted to do a Psychic strategy, this Hypno has the same 3 Psychic Energy, 30 damage Dark Mind move that Gengar does. This thing will do the same thing that Gengar does. The trouble with Hypno is that it doesn't have the shuffle damage counters around move that Gengar does, which makes Gengar valuable. But this thing can still get out faster and get to stacking up damage faster, which gives it some value.
Okay, there's a Muck. So, just like Aerodactyl, you kind of want to design your team around this thing. You would presumably want to get this thing out to shut down whatever the opponent's trying to do, and then just, go for simple, hard-hitting strategies without any kind of gimmick like Rain Dance or Energy Trance. Alright, so we're down to the last 6. I have not yet seen Dragonite, Gengar, which I really want, or Zapdos. I don't give a shit about Zapdos. Don't really give a shit about Dragonite. I would like to have at least one Gengar, though. This thing is cool as hell. Okay, we got 3 more chances for glory here. Come on. Not sad to see more Hitmonlee, but come on, give me a Gengar. Hypno is like Gengar Light. It's got the same attack, but Gengar's ability is the cool thing.
Now, I don't remember how big this set is. Jungle was small enough that if you opened 36 packs like we did, you're pretty much guaranteed to get everything. There's a 6th Zapdos. There's an Aerodactyl. Okay, took long enough. This thing is mostly good for its Pokemon power. Its attack is okay too, especially because it's colorless. The 60 HP on... You might think our Aerodactyl is not evolved. It technically is, because you have to evolve it from Mysterious Fossil, which is also, I believe, required... Yeah, it's required to get Kabuto and Omanite, so it's if you're trying to run a Fossil deck, you kind of have to prioritize, because you can only have 4 Mysterious Fossils in your deck. But anyway, this is an option. I could do it, but I don't really care. Just as I was talking about getting another Aerodactyl, I mean, okay. Zapdos number 7. There's Horn... Wait a minute. Is that the only... I've gotten plenty of Gengar, but I haven't gotten any of this set's Haunter. I'm now wondering... Obviously, I can use the base set Haunter if I want, but, this one seems a little better.
Another Gengar. We're getting there. I don't remember how many Haunters I have from the base set. I've not seen any here. I mean, it would have been a rare if I had. There's another Muck. The problem is, I think a lot of my deck ideas revolve around using Pokemon powers themselves that are not specifically Muck. So including this in my deck might actually be its own problem. Here's Ditto. That's really interesting. This thing's almost worth just jamming in just to have it, right? The problem is, what moves would this thing be copying? I don't know. I don't really have a good sense of what Josh and Autumn are going to try to do. Well, there's an Aerodactyl. Well, there's a Haunter. Okay, so now we have the complete set. We've got, I think, a couple Gengars. We've definitely got all the Ghastlies in the world. And we have the middle stage. Speaking of, well, there's another Gengar. I mean, I think the game is telling me it wants me to go with a Psychic strategy. Or an Electric one. I've had a number of Raichus. Magneton, more like Magneton of shit.
Last pack. I can always mix and match the Haunter as needed, so it's not like a huge deal. Okay, I know the Hypno. Don't care. Okay, well, I really can't complain about that. I got a very strong start. Once again, I got tripped up because I saw the 2 mark. I'm like, what do you mean 2? I got 3. There's the other one. But yeah, I'm annoyed by this, splitting up with the rarity. It makes it confusing to see how many of something you have. But, yeah, I'm surprised I got so many Zapdos, 1 Articuno, and no Moltres. What the fuck is that? Could go with Muck and Pinsir for the power suppression. Though, to be honest, I'm not sure what powers I really care about other people having at this time. Especially if Venusaur is banned. It's Blastoise, if Joel wants to go back to that. Certainly Gengar, which I'll be making use of. Oh, though actually, now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm using Muck, yeah, that will block my own Gengar. So I'm actually not sure that that's a good combo. I'll have to weigh my options and see what I would like to run. See you when I've made my deck, I guess.
Last pack, come on. There's a lot of things that I've only gotten 1 of that I would really like to get some more of. Oh, Aerodactyl, wasn't it? Oh, I have so many Aerodactyl now. Okay, let me take a look over this here. Only 1 Articuno, which sucks if I wanted to go with, Rain Dance. Yeah, so I went and reviewed the set list again. I have at least one of everything. I have 4 and up of all the commons and uncommons. That's just a given. The one Hitmonlee is basically going to mean that like a fighting strategy is pretty much still inaccessible. Yeah, looking at this, it is going to be hard for me to decide what I want my deck to be, if I'm honest. I'll put something together. We'll see what I can figure out with these things.
Last one. That's a shame. I was actually really hoping to make use of that. So yeah, we didn't get Gengar, we didn't get Zapdos, we didn't get Dragonite. That's surprising with only 15 rares. So now that I don't have any idea what I'm building towards, because I was kind of leaning Gengar, I could just stick with older cards. If I'm using new ones, I wouldn't be opposed to doing something funky with Aerodactyl, and then I can make use of like Hitmonlee and some other basics. Slowbro is kind of weird. The problem is it's an evolution, but I mean, it's only a stage 1. You could potentially have a couple of these on the bench, just absorbing damage, and then the opponent's Hitmonlee kicks them and they die, and then, you know, you lose the game. But it's, you know, it's something. The other ones that stood out to me, Omanite has a passive ability that just, you see the opponent's hand. I really like that. The other one is Psyduck. Golduck is like, it's not bad. It uses Psychic Energy for one of its moves, which is kind of funky. So you could slot it into a Psychic deck, but, you know, it's 1 Psychic, 2 Coin Flip for Paralyze, so Lick a Tongue. The other one is same as Dragonair's attack, it destroys energy. But Psyduck just itself just has a move that just disables trainer cards. I'm not sure how to feel about that, because I feel like that would combo well with Omanite letting you see their hand. The problem is, you know, this uses your move, and then presumably they have a Pokemon out that they can use to kill you. Yep, that's what I got. Kind of interesting I didn't get the main one I wanted. That's going to actually make me have to think outside the box a little bit. Or, you know, just throw in 4 Hitmonlees and go to town. We'll see.
Okay, doing my deck. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm not sure it's going to work out too well. I've got a lot of, like, sort of one-offs. I've got 1 Mankey, just because I think Josh's idea actually was pretty good. You know, if I don't pull it, it's not the end of the world, like, if it shows up in my hand. But if it does, you know, just can sit on the bench and, you know, let me peek, and then it also allows me to more comfortably do one-offs of other stuff, or low numbers in general. So, for example, I have 1 Eevee and 1 Vaporeon, and that is basically to be a counter to Magmar. So, to kind of go with my deck's concept here, I looked at the new stuff that was around, and I'm like, okay, so you have, base level, you have some Haymakers, but Mr. Mime is like a block to them, right? And we still haven't gotten rid of Mr. Mime. So I could counter Mr. Mime, but Muck exists, and Muck disables Pokemon powers, and it just needs to exist to do that. And then there's also Aerodactyl, which is kind of then a counter to Muck, because it blocks evolution. So if you never get a Muck out in the first place, it's like... But then Muck can also counter Aerodactyl by disabling its ability. So they're kind of... Either one would be good. I could have focused on Aerodactyl. I felt a bit more comfortable with Muck, just building a deck around that. Especially because, you know, I then wanted to do the Cypher, and that has a Grass Energy, and it's like, I don't really need Swords Dance, but... So I'm using entirely Grass Energy, but I do have other stuff, so like this Vaporeon. I'll never get to use its stronger attack, but that's okay, because I can use Grass Energy for the weaker one. Yeah, so it can do 30 HP half the time, and then obviously if I'm mostly going to use that against Magmar, so that'd be doubled, so I can kill Magmar like in a couple turns with that. Magmar's really annoying, because like people were saying, I think basically Magmar is sort of like Lickitung, is what they're saying. And we got rid of Lickitung, but now we have Magmar, so I just wanted to counter to that. Other than that, it really is just kind of Scyther again. Like, I'm just kind of building around Scyther. I would like to bring in Electabuzz, but I only have 1 of them, and I can't really justify that with, you know, putting in Electric Energy just for that one thing. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe if I can get a better electric strategy going, or like something like that. I don't know. We'll see. It'll depend on the bans this time. Still got my Kangaskhan. I've considered dropping it, but I do like the fetch. It's very cheap as well. Not sure I've done much else. I've just kind of bumped up some of my other trainer cards a little bit. 1 here and there. I think I've got like 3 Gust of Winds now instead of, I think it was 2 before. I've added another switch. I've added 2 Pokemon Centers because now that there's bench damage, or a lot more bench damage in Fossil, I figured it'd be good to heal stuff, especially since some of it's going to be like Muck, Mankey. Those are going to sit there never actually taking energy, because I don't need to use energy for their Pokemon powers. Oh, I should point out though, Muck will block Mankey, so it's kind of, I'll use Mankey like until I get Muck out is the idea. And And hopefully I can also get Vaporeon out, but anyway, that's beside the point. Obviously I don't want them to die and give my opponent prize cards, so Pokemon Center should help with that, and I'm not losing any energy from that. Still have energy retrieval though. And I do have... Oh no, I actually don't have energy search, and here's why. There's no real point in having energy search, because I would just be getting... It's basically... It's this, if you're only using one type of energy, it is just the same thing as that type of energy, except you can't get it with energy retrieval. You can get it with, I think it's Item Finder, right? So it's like... but then it just lets you search your deck, so I don't know. I'm opting not to use it. I think it's more useful when you have two types of energy in your deck, because then you can get it and you can pick which one you want. And it is 2, I think, but I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't really necessary. I could be completely wrong about that. This could be a very dumb idea, but hey, that's what I got. So yeah, let's see how this will go. I know I was the first one to build my deck. I'm the last one recording this. They've actually already done their games. Because I was busy, but I'm not confident in my deck, but I don't know if any of us ever really are, so we'll see.
So here's the list, and you know I had to do it. You know I had to run back some anti-meta jank nonsense. I spent an inordinate amount of time putting together specifically this list. I mulled over rather a lot of different strategies I could have come to the table with. What I settled on was the Pokemon TCG equivalent of Mystic Mine Turbo. I thought about using Rain Dance. The problem with Rain Dance is, I figure since we're in Fossil and Aerodactyl and Muck exist, Autumn and Josh are likely going to want to try using these things, so I need to build anticipating that they're going to exist, and I'm not going to have a good way to get rid of them. The other thing is, I was trying to put together, like, a basic Pokemon-only oriented strategy using Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, basically, like some sort of Haymaker strategy that could play under these restrictions. I just really don't have the tools to do it. Autumn and Josh have the tools to do it a lot better, which is a little scary. And if they come with such strategies, I'm probably going to have a hard time dealing with those. What I've settled on here, I think, is kind of like a good happy medium. I'm anticipating that Aerodactyl and Muck are going to show up. If they don't, you better believe I'm going to be the one bringing them. I was thinking about it. I want to do this whole bench Pokemon chip damage strategy. The problem is, bench chip damage is very, very tiny. It's never any more than 20 if you're using Zapdos, and it's 10 otherwise. Basically, any basic Pokemon is going to take multiple turns to kill. So bench damage actually isn't necessarily all that great. I have to anticipate that an Aerodactyl or a Muck can sit on the bench and last just fine for quite a long time, potentially get healed even. To attempt to minimize this, ironically, I can use these tools. If I can get out Aerodactyl fast and stop evolutions, they have dead cards in their hand, and a lower health pool to work with. If I can stop Pokemon powers, it'll shut down things like Ditto that can transform and make themselves last longer as a result. It can also shut down opposing Aerodactyl if I am not myself set up yet. What I've done here is I've made Raichu actually the core of my damaging strategy. I was going to incorporate Zapdos. Zapdos is just as expensive as Raichu, doesn't need to evolve, but takes just as much energy, and is much more likely to kill itself. So I actually wound up cutting it in favor of just more draw power in the form of Kangaskhan here. But the idea is we're going to try to turbo out Aerodactyl as soon as I get a Raichu online. We'll try to turbo out Muck to shut down powers if it's appropriate. If I discover that I'm playing against a deck that doesn't use one or the other, I can then use Pokemon Trader to swap in the pieces that I need. This Pikachu, the jungle one specifically, actually also, for 2 energy, just does the bench chip damage thing. 20 damage to the opposing Pokemon, plus 10 to some other benched Pokemon. The Kangaskhan, as I mentioned, just in here for the draw power. I will only ever be using Fetch. I would be surprised if I ever used Comet Punch. I don't have any double colorless in this deck. It's probably not getting energy beyond the first slot. We've got your usual things in here: Computer Search, Item Finder, Pokemon Trader to get resources out of the deck or out of the discard. Professor Oak and Gambler. I have 4 of each in here because I'm thinking part of my hang-up on using Professor Oak is that there's always stuff in my hand that I'm afraid to lose. I have tried to engineer this deck so that there's never really a time when there's stuff in my hand I can't afford to lose. If I have energies, I have energy retrievals and energy searches. If I have evolved Pokemon, I can Pokemon trade them out for what I need, put it on the bench, and then ditch everything else. So the fact that I'm shuffling stuff back or discarding it is actually not too much of a problem if there's still item finders left in the deck, or computer searches, or other resources like that, the discard doesn't matter too much. Energy Search, as I mentioned, just useful thing to have. The interesting thing about this card is that it represents 4 more energy in your deck, so really I'm running 16 energy, but the reason that I would always want to include 4 of this and take 4 energies out is for deck thinning. I believe that with Professor Oak and Gambler, I want to be racing through my resources as quickly as possible. Deck out is a real concern, but if I'm locking my opponents out, I can probably KO them before that happens. But this Energy Search will deck thin, because instead of just getting an energy, I use a card to then get an energy. The 4 Mysterious Fossil, because they have to be here, and then finally the 12 Lightning Energy. So like I said, I'm not really confident in this at all. I did some test hands, and it is very easy for me to get early KO'd with this, but I did find that I always have trainers that can get me a lot more resources quickly. If I could jam 4 bill in here, I would, but we banned it, and with good reason. So I think this is the closest I can get to turbo through my deck, set up a wall, starve the opponent out. If I can render their resources useless and get to all of mine quickly, I think I can wrap up games very quickly. Otherwise, they'll wrap up games by killing me very quickly. We'll see how it turns out.
So here's my stupid deck. I put less thought into this one than I did my other 2, so I'm not fully confident in it, but I said that last time too, and that one worked out, so who knows. The main focus of this thing is dealing bench damage. Most of my cards revolve around that. The main star, I suppose, is Hitmonlee. I've got 3 of them in here. Its main attack is just dealing 20 of, neutral, it's not considered fighting type damage to anything on the bench. It's also the only fighting type actually in the deck. I originally wanted to run all of the fossils. I wanted to have Omanite basically just for its Pokemon power. Kabuto, like that thing was meant to block bench damage more than anything else, and then I just evolve it when I needed it to fight. But honestly, Kabutops just wasn't that good of a card to justify using. And then Aerodactyl also just mainly for its ability. The problem is if I use that, I have to also commit to not really relying on evolutions myself, or only use it once my evolutions are out, so it was kind of limiting, so I ended up not going with it. Slowpoke and Slowbro with no psychic energy in the deck. Purely just for its ability, so if the opponent's running Muck, then, this falls apart pretty quick, but once it gets to max, in addition to potions, which, I could just use on anything, but it would be wasteful if it was something with only 10 damage, this at least, would heal 20. I've also got Mr. Fuji, which is similar to Scoop Up. It takes the Pokemon and all of its cards into the deck, rather than taking the base into your hand and throwing everything else into the discard pile. Figure that might be helpful in some situations. I've only got 1 of each, so I've got the Pokemon Trader to kind of hopefully fill that spot in a little bit. I have Doduo and Dodrio. Doduo is kind of whatever. Dodrio is once again mostly here for its ability. Its job is to sit on the bench and make the rest of my team have free retreat costs, because everything else only takes 1 except for this Magneton. But in a pinch, it can also do decent damage. I've got a couple colorless energies, just mainly for Ditto. I could use them on the Dodrio, I don't really plan to though. Ditto's mainly here just to be kind of funny. I have no real plans for this thing, because, it revolves around what the opponent's using, so if they're using Psychic, then at least I can hit them super effectively, but then they can do the same to me. My other main Pokemon are Magnemite into Magneton, and then Pikachu into Raichu. I've got 2 types of Pikachu here. The Ivy one is 2 for 20, coin flip to paralyze. The Jungle one is 2 for 20, and then you also deal 10 to a benched Pokemon. Both of those are pretty good, honestly. The downside is just the fact that Pikachu doesn't have a lot of HP, but honestly, this one with 60 is really not that bad. I could potentially see some Lickitung style stall with this, just, minus the resistance and the higher HP, but it could happen. And then Raichu is once again just here for bench damage. Its energy cost is disgusting, but 30 to the main defending Pokemon, and then 10 each to 3 benched things of your choice. So the idea is just to kind of rack up damage with this, along with the Hitmonlee, and, hopefully kill things while they're waiting in the back. Magnemite, once again, we've got a coin flip to paralyze, 1 energy for 10, so Lickitung again. It can blow up, which we'll come back to. Magneton has a move that I will probably not end up using, not because it's bad, but because this thing's only purpose in my deck is to just blow up and hopefully end the game. The deal with this thing is, you know, if I can get the energy on it and blow up, then it's almost certainly going to kill whatever's in front of it, unless it's one of the very rare Pokemon with more than 100 HP. Since we banned Chansey, I don't know how many of those there actually are, or if it resists electric. And it'll do 20 to both sides of the bench, which could be bad for myself as well. And that was kind of why I was hoping to run Kabuto originally, because it absorbs some of that damage. So does Haunter. It can do it on a coin flip, but it just kind of didn't work out. Yeah, this thing is, it's kind of a finisher. I hope to, you know, if I only need to pull a couple prizes and the opponent needs to pull more, even if I kill a couple of my own, then hopefully this will just kind of, you know, work in my favor. And then Magnemite can also blow up. But here's the interesting thing, and I mentioned this in my card polls, but I was a little bit wrong about it. So with this one, it's 100 damage and it does 100 to itself, and it only has 80. This one does 40 to itself and it has 40. Now, Defender actually gives you 20 resistance, basically, not 10. I thought it was only 10. On Magneton, the circumstances of this thing working out are extremely slim, but theoretically, if this thing was at full HP and had the amount of energy to use this move, and I put 2 Defenders on it, it could actually blow up twice. The thing is, you know, that first of all, that's never going to happen. I'm not pretending that it will. It's extremely unlikely. But if it could, that would be hilarious. But then, you know, you might think, okay, so you've done this, you know, you've used your 2 Defenders, you've done 60 damage to yourself, so now this thing's almost dead, so the opponent can just tap you and you'll die. No. Defender does not get discarded until the end of the opponent's next turn. I still keep that 40 defense. So, you know, in the 1 in a million chance that I could pull that off, this thing could probably blow up a second time. I don't have any switches because I'm going for the Dodrio strat, which leaves me open to getting stuck if I get paralyzed or asleep. My other weird pick is Pokemon Flute, because this thing pulls a discarded Pokemon from the opponent's, you know, discard pile, and it puts it onto their bench, which you wouldn't normally think is that good of a thing to do. But if I killed something that had barely any HP, I can send it back out and then kill it through bench damage again. You know, if I got a kill once, it wasn't that hard. This is a way to try to get that same kill again. This is what we're running. I might get my first loss this time, but, you know, at least I'll try something weird. I wanted to focus on a lot of new fossil Pokemon, rather than just, you know, sticking with the old ones. I wanted to run with this. And what a starting hand it is.
Oh, I had to take a mulligan? Really? Once again, did tons of test hands. Like, I did like 20 test hands. One of them required a mulligan. This is some bullshit. Okay, I didn't expect to be not the only one using a lightning strategy. God, are we playing just variations on the same deck? Holy shit.
I'm gonna do lightning to Magnemite, retreat, might as well play an energy search. And
fighting energy, okay. So we are not on the same deck, alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Attach a lightning to Pikachu. I'm gonna computer search, discarding 2 lightning energies to grab Mysterious Fossil. Play Mysterious Fossil. Go ahead.
Gust of Wind to Fossil.
Thunderwave
it.
Yeah, well, that's annoying. Okay, play this Raichu. Then I'm just gonna fetch. Oh, no, I'm not, because I don't have any energy. Go ahead.
Okay, Hitmonlee to bench.
Yeah, this is...
I'm gonna put a fighting on that.
Yeah. I think, just based on the composition of our decks, you might already just have me dead to rights here. Alright, that's not helping. Yeah, go ahead.
Not gonna do anything other than attack, Thunderwave.
Okay. Wow, that's funny, game. That's real funny.
Fighting to Hitmonlee, and more Thunderwave.
Okay, gonna put out this Mysterious Fossil, go ahead.
I don't like those existing, so Gust of Wind to Fossil.
Oh my god, you have... How many fucking Gusts of Wind are in your hand, man? This is such bullshit, okay? Here we go. Computer search. Discard, let's see. Muck and a Pokemon trader to go get. You know it's gonna be another mysterious fossil. Go ahead.
Alright, sure.
Stop killing my mysterious fossils.
Dodrio out, which gives me free retreat.
Yeah, it does.
To Hitmonlee. Stretch kick mysterious fossil.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. Go ahead. I think this is already over.
Slowpoke out. Stretch kick Raichu.
Alright.
Is that not? Oh,
it doesn't apply weakness and resistance.
I know. I clicked the Raichu, but it selected it automatically because it was your only bench thing.
Okay. Well, at this point, honestly, the fucking mysterious fossil isn't even going to be helping me too much, because you've already evolved the Dodrio, which is the main thing I was trying to stop. I mean, I guess I can go for it. Item Finder, discarding Pikachu and Pokemon Trader, get a mysterious fossil back. Oh wait, you can just kill it immediately. Yeah, no, that made no sense. I didn't think about that. Yeah, this is bad. This is so bad. This game's basically already a loss.
All I'm doing this turn.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, yeah, great. Now I could use the Pokemon Trader. I have played this so poorly.
God, alright, Lightning to Magnemite. Yeah, this didn't work out very well. Stretch kick.
No, it didn't. Oh my fucking god, go. I wanted to play with the fossils, man!
I know, and I just wouldn't let you do it, because I'm an asshole.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna be using it for asshole things anyway, don't you worry.
Okay, more stretch kick.
Okie dokie. There's literally not even a point. What's even in here? Yeah, fuck it, go ahead.
Fighting on Hitmonlee, high jump kick.
Yep. And there goes the battle. That's the end of the game.
Damn. Fighting energy to Magnemite and end turn.
I'm going to Pokemon Trader a Pikachu away for an Aerodactyl. I'm going to computer search, ditch a Professor Oak and a Gambler to go grab a mysterious fossil, put it there. Go ahead. What's your Magnemite gonna do? Stretch kick me?
If only. That's an end turn.
Yeah, I bet it is. Okay, here we go. Gonna put a lightning energy on this Pikachu, evolve the Pikachu, evolve the Aerodactyl. You go right ahead.
Alright, I guess I got all my lucky draws last game. End turn.
Go ahead.
Energy search. Grabbing a lightning. Put that on.
Okay. Come on, self-destruct. You know you want to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, just gonna go for the Thunder Wave.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That isn't helping. I am probably, for now, gonna have to Super Energy Removal you.
Yeah.
Set us all back. Go for it.
Wouldn't you know what I just drew? Lightning energy.
Ah, of course.
And Thunder Wave.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe one day I'll draw another Pokemon. Thunder Wave.
Okay. Here's a lightning energy to Raichu. Go ahead.
More of the same.
Alright. Okay. Here's a lightning energy to Raichu. Go ahead.
More of the same shit.
You got it. Dang. Go ahead.
I feel like I should do something other than just Thunder Waving, but that's what we're doing. Thunder Wave.
Okay. That sucks. Okay. That might get some things going. Yeah, it probably would. Yeah, it's not even gonna matter. I'm gonna Item Finder, getting rid of Pikachu and a Pokemon Trader. I'm gonna grab back... It's so high rolly. Gambler! Go for it! Yeah!
Oh, shit.
Now we got some shit we can do. Okay. Gonna use this energy search, because there's no reason not to. Lightning energy to this Raichu here. I actually even have more stuff I could do if I wanted, but I don't really. Go ahead.
I think it's time for some funny shit, so...
Okay.
Doduo out.
Okay, I see where this might be going.
Lightning on Magnemite. Defender on Magnemite. Defender on Magnemite. Self-destruct.
Okay, I see. Okay, I'm gonna put a lightning energy on this Aerodactyl. That's definitely happening. Okay, I'll end my turn for now.
Energy removal.
Okay.
And Thunder Wave.
It's annoying. Ah, okay. Lightning energy to Aerodactyl. Go ahead.
And self-destruct. Game over.
Oh. 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 I had a Kangaskhan in my hand, so I could have. Yeah, I could have prevented that. It's almost like I'm not learning anything from these games. My deck is just not ever getting better. Both players took mulligans. Wow. Based on this hand, I can't tell what the fuck you're doing.
Okay. Let's see. Grass on the Scythage.
Scythage on the
And I'll use a peek to look at one of my
borrowing
prizes.
Josh's old strategy, eh?
Yep. I will Swords Dance.
Okay. Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Speaking of stolen, I see you've picked up on Kangaskhan's worth as well.
Well, I need it just to bait for draw power. This thing's not here to stall. It's here to draw.
No, I know. That's what mine's here for, too. I use it
Alright. That's a little on the silly side. I guess I'm going to Pokemon Trader. Yeah, that's a little silly. A Pikachu. Play said Pikachu. Okay, let's just fetch for now.
Okay. Nah, I'll save that. Okay.
Nah.
Grass on the Scyther and Swords Dance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no! No, I forgot to peek! Fuck. Damn it, how many times am I gonna do that?
Okay,
I bet that won't be the last time.
That for now. Here's a lightning energy. Fetch again. Okay, that's interesting.
Right, before I forget, peek at one of my prizes. Yeah, I think I will use a Pokemon Trader, trade out this Scyther for...
A Grimer. Okay, yeah, I kind of figured if you were going to the
okay.
grass strategy, I figured.
Third energy on the Scyther and Slash.
That's getting a little scary. Okay, the lightning energy to this Pikachu. I'm going to attempt to... I'm going to energy search to grab a lightning. Then I'm going to Professor Oak, which sounds silly, but there is a reason for it. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's evolve the Pikachu. Oak again. Here we go. This is what I needed to see. Okay, this is better. Energy search for another lightning energy. Then we're going to fetch.
Okay. Peek before I forget. Yeah, I'm just gonna slash the Kangaskhan.
Yep.
And select the prize card.
Figured. Okay. I see a mistake that I've made. I'm gonna throw out a Grimer and a Pikachu. Electric energy on this Raichu. Energy search to get another lightning energy.
Yep.
And now I'm just gonna have to end turn.
Okay. Peek at one of my prizes. I'm a little scared of that Raichu. So I'm gonna energy removal it.
Okay, annoying.
And then I'm gonna just... Let me make sure I'm not being very dumb here. I think I can just slash you and that'll be fine.
Okay. Lightning energy to the Raichu. Go ahead.
Grass energy to the Scyther.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Poke Power Peak, I forgot about that. One of my prizes, last one. Super energy removal.
Yeah.
Yeah, slash.
Yeah, I think this game's already over too. Okay, here's a Grimer. I'm gonna put a lightning energy on the Raichu and retreat it to one of these Grimers.
Okay.
Then go ahead.
I'll just go ahead and peek at... May as well do your hand. Okay. That sure revealed a lot to me. It was a lightning energy. Wow, I didn't know you had those.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, slash.
Okay. Well, here's another Raichu. I wasn't really looking for it.
I'm realizing my deck is kind of like boring. Like, you've basically seen it.
I mean, my deck isn't so great either. You've seen most of mine already. I'm actually gonna go for
I really
a Gambler
did
here.
just go... I kind of explained it in the deck thing. Hey, nice.
Okay, that is...
What was the flip for?
Whether I draw one or
Gambler.
8 cards.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Well, that's something.
Well, I'll energy search, get this lightning. I am now experiencing a certain difficulty. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Literally can't beat Scyther Pass.
Okay, Power Peak. Let's have a look at random card from your hand. Wow, I didn't know you had a Gambler. There we go. Okay, which prize do I want?
Here's this Grimer. That draw is pretty shit. Lightning to this Raichu. I know what I need. I'll use a computer search. Discard Professor Oak, which seems dangerous to use now, and Aerodactyl to go get an energy retrieval and immediately use it. Get rid of this Raichu. Grab a couple of lightnings back. And we will continue in this fashion.
Yep. Gonna pop computer search, dropping super potion, and let's go with switch. And I will grab from my deck. It's kind of a dick move, but I'll do it. Gust of wind. I didn't say that, but I'm about to use it anyway. Poke Power Peak. I will have a look at random card from your hand. Fantastic. Gust of wind to this Raichu.
Right.
Slash attack.
Lightning to the Raichu. Computer search, ditch a gambler, and super energy removal, which is certainly not helping me now. Go grab a mysterious fossil, put it there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Grass on this Grimer just in case, I guess. Super energy removal with that to immediately get rid of two lightnings on your Raichu. Yeah, just slash. Well, shit, there's the Aerodactyl.
Yep, throw out a couple Pokemon. I mean, this Aerodactyl isn't doing shit. Energy to the Raichu. Go ahead.
Slash attack.
It ultimately doesn't really matter much. Here's a Pikachu. Oh, yeah, great draw. Go ahead.
Peek at... Do you even have it? Yeah, you have it. Okay. That's the same thing I saw last time.
Okay. Here's a Kangaskhan. Go ahead.
Random card from your hand. Same thing. Slash.
Okay. Mean all item finder. Discarding a muck and an item finder to grab an energy retrieval that I need and cannot use.
Yep. I'll do a quick energy removal on that Raichu.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely it then.
Slash.
Yep, that's it. My deck is so bad!
Unfortunately, I can't do anything, so I'm going to end my turn.
Okay, that's good to hear. Well, I'm gonna have to energy search for a lightning energy. Yeah, that's not actually gonna help me here, so we'll just throw down this Pikachu, Pokemon Trader out Raichu, lightning energy to this Kangaskhan, fetch.
Ooh, okay. Evolve my Eevee into Vaporeon. No, I probably should have saved that for... whatever, it's fine.
If anything, you know, now if I manage to get an electric Pokemon
I was so caught up in the euphoria of having a Pokemon in my head. Energy removal, the Kangaskhan... Yeah, I will.
I hate energy removal so fucking much.
And then, yeah, it's him. Sorry.
Okay, putting an energy right back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a Raichu. Put down this mysterious fossil anyway.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna Professor Oak. Okay, that will help. And we will fetch.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Grass on the Scyther. Yeah. And also its dance.
Okay. Alright. Lightning energy to this Raichu. Here's another mysterious fossil, because there's no reason not to. Fetch again! Oh my god.
Oh, bloody hell. Well, Swords Dance.
Okay. I keep, every time you put a Grass Energy on Scyther and then Swords Dance, I keep expecting you have a double colorless to then use
No,
Slash on the next turn, but that's never what's happening.
It's just in case. No, it's just in case I draw it.
Yeah, you're just doing that. Okay. I see now why I shouldn't have...
He's just standing there menacingly, sharpening his claws.
Yeah, exactly. Here's another lightning. Fetch!
Yeah, Grass on the Scyther, Swords Dance.
Okay. Now we're getting close to a problem. Here's a lightning energy. Fetch. I'm gonna make use of it as long as I've got it.
Gonna energy removal on the Raichu.
I bet you are.
And Swords Dance again.
Okay. Oh, you fucking piece of shit game. What am I supposed to do with that? Lightning energy back on the Raichu. Fetch.
Computer search, pitching, super potion, and item finder to go and get a double colorless, and then I will super energy removal, pitching a grass to take off 2 lightnings from the Raichu.
Okay.
Double colorless on the Scyther. Slash.
Okay, that's what I was wondering about. Okay. Here's another lightning. I'm going to... Let's see. Yeah, we can definitely do this now. Energy retrieval, ditch a mysterious fossil for a couple lightnings. I'll fetch.
Shut up and fetch. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna slash.
Yep, makes sense.
Alright. Don't know what my prizes are, so random. Okay.
Not this time you don't. Okay, this is funny. Here's a mysterious fossil.
Sure is. Let's see, how does this work?
Lightning
I know it
energy to the
pretends to be a
right
thing.
It does.
No attacks, can't retreat, can't
Yeah.
be asleep. Okay, no conditions.
Right.
Knocked out doesn't count. That's it. 10 HP. Alright.
Trading, using Pokemon Trader to grab an Aerodactyl. Gonna put that Aerodactyl right there.
No evolution.
Go ahead.
Let's be a little less scared of Raichu with this energy removal that I
Sure.
just found.
I bet. Don't you
and,
worry. I'm gonna build it up eventually.
I'm gonna slash.
Okay.
It's not gonna do anything, but I'm gonna
Here's
do
the
it.
Aerodactyl. I'm gonna throw out this Pikachu just in case. Here's a lightning energy. Item finder here. Discard mysterious fossil and a Professor Oak. Grab an energy retrieval. Use the energy retrieval. We're going to ditch this muck. Grab a couple lightnings. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Hey!
Peek.
Now
And
you
one
can
of my
kill with
prizes.
confidence that you'll get a card that you need.
Well, I've
Eventually.
only peeked one,
Right. Well, you know whether or not you want that one.
right? Yeah, just go for the slash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
Here's
will
this
tell you,
Raichu.
I opted not to go for the thing that I saw, and then the next thing was the same thing.
Here we go. Finally, we're making some progress.
Okay, yeah, potion on the Scyther,
Mm-hmm.
and then peek, slash.
Mm-hmm. Immediately jam this energy search. I may as well go ahead and start developing this other Raichu. Giga Shock.
Grass on the Scyther, super potion on the Scyther,
Mm-hmm.
slash.
Okay. Retreat to this Kangaskhan. And I'm gonna go ahead and end there for now.
I believe in a thing called Gust of Wind,
Ah, okay.
slash.
Yeah, I'm still the only person not using that. Lightning energy to this Kangaskhan. Fetch. I need more resources.
Jesus Christ. I have 3 of a card that is not bad, but is not really appropriate for the situation. I do have a lot of I think this is all the copies of it in my deck. I just have right here in my hand, not, just taking up space, basically. Okay.
I'm guessing it's Switch.
Yes, it is. Okay. Poke Power Peak at your hand, I guess. I'll just go ahead and slash.
I guess what I can do is I'm gonna computer search, get rid of a trader and a Grimer. Gonna go grab an energy retrieval, immediately use it, get rid of this Grimer, grab a couple lightnings back. Lightning on the Raichu.
I think I just want to peek and slash again.
Okay.
Random card, slash.
Okay. Fetch some more. Oh my god.
Ooh, now this is nice. I could definitely do something with this. Pokemon Trader, pitching. I think it showed you what I pitched. No, it didn't.
No, it doesn't.
Kangaskhan. Grass on the Kangaskhan,
Okay.
just as backup. Peek at your hand, for the sake of it.
Peek at
I
your
don't think
hand,
I can
homie.
get much out of this, but slash.
Throw down this Pikachu. Here's a lightning energy. Giga Shock. No more peeking for you. You don't get to know that I have a lightning energy in my hand.
I know, right? No, I think I saw Gambler, Pikachu, and Pokemon Trader last few times.
Just incredible hand knowledge.
I know.
You know
yeah,
everything.
It's unbelievable, the power that I have. Okay. Potion on the Scyther. I'm thinking just go
And
for
you're
the
thinking... Okay. That may come in handy, but I don't need it right away. Giga Shock again.
slash. Retreat to Kangaskhan.
Okay.
Pokemon Center.
Yeah,
Grass
that's a little bit of a
on
setback.
Kangaskhan. Fetch.
Okay. Just time to wall up and build resources. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't really need anything. Giga Shock.
Okay.
We'll start building up that damage again.
Grass on the Scyther. Fetch.
Okay.
Bloody hell.
Giga Shock again.
Gust of Wind out to your Pikachu.
That it will.
Double Colorless on the Scyther. Yeah, fetch.
Going to put a lightning energy on the Pikachu. Super energy removal. Say goodbye to your energy, idiot. Hold it there.
I think that's going to be a perfect time to Pokemon Center.
Yep, probably.
Grass energy on the Scyther, and
Okay.
End turn.
Okay.
I guess I could have done the Kangaskhan
This
first.
Pikachu is now a Raichu. Lightning energy it, retreat, get our damage going again. Oops.
Yep. Ooh. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Super energy removal. Bam, bam.
I bet
Perfect.
you do.
Energy retrieval. Pitching a switch for 2 grasses.
Mm-hmm.
Grass on the Scyther. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Might be worth
Item
fetching
finder.
anytime, but,
Get rid of a Gambler and an Oak. Gonna go grab an energy retrieval. Energy retrieval, getting rid of this Aerodactyl that's doing literally nothing for a couple lightnings. Put a lightning back on there. Go ahead.
So this will set me back a turn, but that's okay. Grass on the Kangaskhan. Fetch. Fuck! I should keep drawing shit.
Energy retrieval, getting rid of a Gambler, get back a couple more lightnings. Lightning to this, Giga Shock.
Yeah. Gust of Wind.
Oh, that's a little annoying, but I can
Grass to
fix that.
Scyther.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just, I'm just stalling you until I can build my resources back up.
Right.
Fetch. Lovely, like to see it.
Lightning energy to the Raichu, retreat, Giga Shock.
I will revive my Kangaskhan.
Okay. This game is taking a lot longer than I expected. I thought this shit was already over.
Yeah. Energy removal. Grass on the Scyther. Switch to Scyther.
Okay.
Slash.
Okay. May as well, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah, I used an energy surge for no effect. Because there's only 2 cards left on my deck, which probably means I'm just gonna lose.
Oh,
Actually,
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm dead.
Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't notice
dead
that.
to deck out. Dang.
Alright. GG, I
Shit.
guess.
I have yet to manage to get to a game 3.
Damn. What, in base set 2? I thought you... Oh shit, no, yeah, both of us 2-0'd you, didn't we? No, I think you beat me once in base set.
I may have won a singular game over the course of 3 episodes. Oh boy, another Scyther mirror match.
Tasty.
Ooh, I see Ditto. Fun. Okay, then Grass on my Scyther, and Swords Dance.
Okay, I guess Lightning to Ditto. Swords
I like that
Dance,
the
because
symbol
why
is
not?
good. Energy removal. And, Swords Dance again.
Fighting to Ditto. Swords Dance.
Interesting. Grass to my Scyther and Swords Dance.
Double colorless and slash.
Double colorless and slash.
Why was...
Swords
Did I not Swords Dance my turn? I was positive that I did.
I'm not... yeah, it said you did. It said so.
Oh.
Did who use Swords Dance? What the hell? Is there some weird quirk of TCG1 going on here where it's like not applying the effect of Swords Dance?
Because it says during your next turn Scyther slash attack. Does it not count if I'm not Scyther?
Maybe Ditto is not Scyther. Let's see.
Let's see what it says. Treat it as if it were the same card as the defending Pokemon. Like,
Okay, yeah, I know it
that
should
seems
be.
pretty clear
I
to
think
me.
this is a bug.
That
That's
is
stupid.
really, really unfortunate. I'm sorry.
I'll do an
have to
energy
keep doing
retrieval.
I guess we know now. Don't use fucking Ditto on this, because it just won't work.
Apparently. Okay. Yeah, all I can really do then is just hope I get some decent draws in the next couple turns. End turn.
So now I will just slash.
End turn.
Mankey. Peek at one of my prizes, number 1. Just slash again, yeah. This
I
would
lose.
really suck if... Fuck.
Yep.
That is shit. I'm so sorry.
Alrighty. I'm gonna energy search because I have no reason not to. Peeking at the deck, peeking at the deck.
You got
Am
one.
I looking at the deck? Okay. I guess I will put a lightning on... I'm gonna put it on the Pikachu. And then retreat. And I can't attack, so that is my turn.
Okay, Grass on the Grimer. Yeah, I guess just minimize.
Okay. I am going to just pass my turn.
I guess I'll just minimize.
I think we're just hoarding for a while. End turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna minimize. The opposing Pokemon are of completely different types!
I'm gonna put a lightning on Doduo and end my turn.
Okay, I'm gonna put a Grass on the Grimer. Which you'll notice doesn't do anything, but just in case. Once again, minimize.
Okay. Hitmonlee on bench and give it a fighting. That is my turn.
Okay, energy removal, fighting, and I will just minimize again. I'm waiting for my fucking deck to start here. Like,
Fighting to Hitmonlee, and turn.
Are you seeing this, Joel?
Yeah, I see it.
Come on! Like, bruh.
And turn.
Minimize.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. My deck is just being weird.
Okay,
getting a
lightning
bubble
to Pikachu, and then, I mean, Spark won't do anything, but I'll do it anyway.
Just to spite you. Where are all the Pokemon?
Where is all the weed? Minimize.
Energy Search to pull another Fighting for the Hitmonlee.
Okay.
Spark for nothing.
Yeah, may as well. Super Energy removal on Hitmonlee. Pop another Grass on my Grimer just... Excuse me. Pop another Grass on my Grimer just in case. And minimize again. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to stall you.
I know, it's okay. I get it.
Or rather, I am stalling you, but it's just out of necessity.
Energy Retrieval, tossing a Doduo to get 2 Fighting back. 1 goes on the Hitmonlee.
It's the same old song and dance.
And that's it.
Bruh! I'm so annoyed! Just minimize!
This is the
I'm
stupidest
drawing
game.
everything in my... All my Scyther in my prize cards. I want to know. my 4 Scyther and my Mankey are in my prize cards. I'm telling you right fucking now.
Fighting to Lee, and turn.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Energy removal the Lee. Minimize.
I hate this so much. And
This
turn.
might be the funniest game any of us have ever had. Come on! Minimize!
I don't know what the
I am
fuck this
drawing
game is.
every trainer card.
And turn.
No! I'm tempted to tell you my hand, but no, minimize.
I was worried this game, or this whole episode, was just going to be dog shit because of, like, the horrible games that I was a part of, and then these ones weren't going to be very interesting, but no, I can see now that I was wrong. This is fucking amazing.
Okay. So, you're never gonna
This
believe
is
it.
peak
And
content.
turn.
I mean, I guess, okay.
That's
Muck,
something. Yeah.
grass,
Yep, here we go.
fucking, yeah, go, sludge.
It only took 28 turns, but we found a Pokemon.
Potion. Potion.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Retreat to Doduo to
Okay,
cure poison.
fair.
Retreat again. Energy removal.
Okay.
Energy removal. Lightning.
That's
Spark.
Both players' hands built up to critical mass, and finally, here we are.
Grimer.
Oh god.
And you're not gonna believe this. Switch.
Oh
Cross on
my
the
fucking
Grimer.
god.
Minimize.
Never mind, we're back to square one.
No, because no, this isn't bad. Because
What?
Spark
Okay, you
should
can-
damage the Muck now.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
it does.
Let me make sure I'm not doing anything else first. Boy, am I not doing anything else first. Spark. Okay.
Yep, indeed.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna gust a wind out to your Slowpoke. Minimize. I've just been sitting here with my tiny slime.
Well, you're tiny slime and you're slightly less tiny slime.
Yeah. This game might be the saddest thing that's ever happened in America.
I'm just gonna attach a lightning energy to Pikachu and wait it out.
You won't believe this, but I still don't have a fucking Scyther. Sorry, not yeah. Item Finder to pitch a Pokemon Center, and you're not gonna believe this, but a double colorless energy to go and get super energy removal.
Yeah, there it is.
And I'm gonna use super energy removal with my Muck to get rid of 2 of the Pikachu's lightnings. Unless you switch out, you won't do anything, and then I can just immediately do something about that. So I am actually gonna hit this Slowpoke with Nasty Goo.
Alright.
Attempt to at least slowly kill you, maybe get a prize card. I'm also looking at deck, and you are at a lower deck amount than me, so I could theoretically deck you out.
Ugh.
God, I hope it doesn't take that long. There's no way in the world it would take that long.
Okay.
No, I hope not either, but it could always happen.
So I used an energy retrieval, ditching a Poke Flute, grabbing 2
I
fighting.
don't remember what Poke Flute does.
I'm gonna do fighting on Lee, Mr. Fuji on Slowpoke, which is... wait, can I not? Oh, it has to be on my bench. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm not doing that.
You can cancel, I think.
How do I fucking cancel my option? I might not be able to cancel it.
I feel like I'm winning through like
I guess Doduo.
unfortunate things about the.
And then end turn.
I am a little scared of that Hitmonlee, so unfortunately I'm gonna energy removal it. A sticky goo.
Okay. Fighting on the Hitmonlee.
This is incredibly
That
bizarre.
is-
I
that
want to
is
know
my
what the
turn.
hell I want to know what the odds are of me never having. Like, why is this taking so long? Yeah, energy removal Hitmonlee.
God, okay, well that's all 4 of them.
Yeah, nasty goo.
Plus, I guess there's like item finder.
Bro. End turn.
This is the most ridiculous game that has ever happened. Okay. I almost was caught up in the euphoria of having something new in my hand. But I have learned from my mistakes. Pokemon Trader. Eevee. Okay. 3 of my Scyther are in my deck! What the fuck? Okay.
They're just all at the bottom.
Jesus.
He has arrived! Okay. Fuck me. I still have to put energy on it.
Yeah.
Double colorless on the Scyther. And then guess what? Nasty goo.
Oh
Now
my god.
Now I actually want to draw grass energy.
Potion. Okay. I'm going to play a Pokemon Trader. At this point, I genuinely have no idea what the hell I want. I guess this. I'm gonna evolve,
Okay, interesting.
and then Gust of Wind to Muck, end turn.
Grass to Scyther, Item Finder, Pitching, Pokemon Center, and Potion. To grab, Switch to my Scyther, Slash you! Finally, on turn 42!
Oh my god. I cannot do a fucking thing in this game. It's just
Yeah,
nothing is happening.
Hopefully I can put you out of your misery soon. I would have welcomed it if you put me out of my misery, honestly. Like, I was just waiting for one of us to get going.
I don't want to do it, but Pokemon Center. And at this point, I don't know. End turn.
Yeah, I'll slash.
Fighting on Hitmonlee, and end turn.
Okay. Slash, grab the first prize card. There's Scyther. I'm just gonna tell you.
Gust of Wind to Muck, Raichu, and then Stretch Kick the Scyther.
I will Gust of Wind to your Raichu. It's my turn.
Retreating to Hitmonlee, and Stretch Kick the Scyther.
Okay. Okay, lovely. This is what I wanted. Grass on my Scyther. Super Potion. My Scyther. Gust of Wind you again. I will end turn.
Okay, Energy Search to draw a Fighting, and then Fighting on Hitmonlee, I guess, which scares me a little bit. And end turn.
That's slightly evil, and I think I will do it.
Oh my god.
Switch to Scyther. Swords Dance.
Gust of Wind to Muck,
Okay, yeah.
and then I fucking hate this. Double Colorless to Raichu in order to retreat.
Yeah, this is what I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's
too.
rough.
Jump Kick.
Swords Dance.
Pikachu to bench. Energy on the Pikachu. Jump Kick.
Oh, I resist fighting. I actually forgot about that. Also, Muck. And then, yeah, I think I'm gonna slash to kill.
Lightning Energy on it. Energy removal, this fucking double colorless.
Fantastic.
And Thundershock.
Okay, I will play this Scyther. Grass on it. Super Potion. Discarding the grass.
Thundershock and hope for heads.
I'm using my resources all game, no reason to stop here. Super Energy removal from my Muck to get rid of your lightnings.
Oh my fucking god.
Double colorless on Scyther. Retreat to Scyther. Slash.
Energy removal.
Oh, I wonder if this game actually is going to go to deck out. Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
very
sure
well
it
done.
is. I'm gonna see it through to the end, I guess. End turn.
Grass on my Scyther. Swords Dance.
End turn.
Yep. Grass on Scyther. Slash. Prize card.
Doduo. Hitmonlee. Ditto.
Okay.
End turn.
Pokemon Trader my Scyther for Mankey. Mankey. Wait, what? Can you not use Pokemon powers of a Pokemon on the turn you summon it?
Muck is out.
Oh, I'm dumb! That's
Here we have what you
I'm
call an
actually very
anti-synergy. Uh-oh.
dumb. I knew about this. I mentioned it in my explanation. I was kind of just like, I will, I'll use Mankey when Muck isn't out. So I have to do a slash tag.
Dodrio, another Hitmonlee, and turn. I don't know if there's a single card in my deck that I can use at this point. I genuinely don't know if I have any more energy.
Yeah, you might be out. This
Slash,
happened to me more than once.
and it'll happen to you. No way, old man. We'll be rocking forever.
Just gonna retreat to Oh, right, the fucking Muck disables the Dodrio thing.
Yep.
Energy to fucking Dodrio, I guess. I don't know. End turn.
Slash for a prize card. Yeah, it's looking like my prize cards weren't really hiding anything. Like,
Dodrio.
I just got really, really bad draws at first.
Gust to Muck. End turn.
Switch to Scyther, slash.
Magnemite. End turn.
Computer search, pitching, revive, and potion, slash.
Magneton. Retreat to the Magneton, I guess. End turn.
Yeah, I guess I'll just slash.
End turn.
Slash.
Fighting to one of the Hitmonlees. Defender, why the fuck not? End turn.
Swords Dance.
Oh, this is so stupid. Lightning to Dodrio. End turn.
Slash.
Magnemite, because I've got it. End turn.
Slash for game.
Damn.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
Oh.
I have finally dethroned. I say finally, this is the third tournament, but I was a little worried that you were just gonna keep winning every time.
I don't know. Like, you won from energy removal.
Yeah.
That card single-handedly destroyed me.
It also stopped me from beating Autumn, honestly.
Like, what the hell do you do about that?
It's Scyther.
Well, both of you are gonna get to ban something, and you could
I'm
ban
thinking
Scyther
about
if you
banning
wanted.
Scyther.
That's totally fine. Because here's the thing, right? Is I don't want to just like do the same thing all the time. So if you ban Scyther, that would force me to do something different, like very different next time. And if you don't, I'm almost certainly gonna rock up with something based around supporting Scyther again. So.
It's it's any of the haymakers, right? Hitmonchan, Scyther, Electabuzz. You can just throw them out and immediately start getting in for big damage.
The thing
not
is that,
turned off by Toxic Gas. It's not turned off by Aerodactyl's ability. It works under all that shit.
I will admit, I legit had no idea what Grimer's abilities were until I was sitting there with nothing but a Grimer, and I'm like, oh, this is actually really good stall. Like,
right.
I was kind of surprised, actually.
This did not at all turn out the way that I thought it was gonna.
No, these are some very weird games.
Yeah, these were some weird games. I feel like the Fossil set, while it added some interesting cards, I feel like it didn't actually have too much of an impact on things here. Like,
yeah, on the game
overall.
Yeah.
I noticed that when assembling my deck and when like playing out the games, I thought, you know what, this thing actually wasn't quite as transformative as I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was the only one jamming a Fossil. You brought in Muck, which is fine, and Josh brought in Hitmonlee and Ditto, which I thought about bringing in. But it didn't like completely change up the strategies too much.
I actually had an Eevee and a Vaporeon that I hardly used. The Vaporeon was just there to counter Magmar in case you guys were running it, because like you kept hyping it up as being like the new Lickitung, and I'm like, okay, well I want to counter for that because Scyther's weak to fire. This could be very bad. But
I was thinking about using Magmar. I should have.
But yeah, so what essentially happened was I looked at the cards I got, and I'm like, okay, there's Haymaker, and then Mr. Mime counters Haymaker, and then Muck counters Mr. Mime. And then Aerodactyl counters Muck, but Muck then also counters Aerodactyl, depending on who gets out first, right? And so I looked at these two, between Muck and Aerodactyl. I did get Aerodactyl as well. I could have run that. And I decided to go with Muck, basically just because I liked it a little better. Aerodactyl's fighting, right?
Yeah.
So I would have had to run, like, some fighting energy. I mean, I guess I didn't have to. I could just have the Aerodactyl sit there.
Its attack is all colorless, actually.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's why it was part of why it was in my deck too, is because
I figured I didn't want to do both though because of it would be an anti-synergy.
It could attack, but I never had the resources to put on it. Raichu was too expensive.
Last week, I'm like, I feel like Energy Search is going to be the new bill. Everyone's going to run it. I'm not running any Energy Search.
You could have used it, I think.
I looked at it again, and I'm like, now to be fair, it does let you get 2 energies, but I'm like,
Well, no, it only lets you get one.
Oh, it is only one? Oh, yeah,
It's
then...
one.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So, I originally thought it was 1, and then I thought it was 2, but I'm like, oh, this point still stands. No, okay, especially if it's 1. I was only running grass energy, so to me, energy...
Yeah, it's better if you
energy
have
search-
2 types.
That's the thing, is if you have 2 types, it lets you pick which one you want. If you're only I was only running grass and some double colorless, so I feel like it would have been completely pointless, except for the niche use of item findering it, or, anything else.
I don't think that's that niche. I think the reason I have 4
I only have
energy
2 item
search,
finders.
the reason I had 4 energy search in the game, which is, the reason I had 4 energy search in my deck was A, for deck thinning, because I had a lot of draw cards, so I wanted to get the energies out of the way. B, because you can item finder it back and reuse it again. C, you can computer search it and then further deck thin that way.
Deck thinning makes sense, especially in Yu-Gi-Oh! In this game, I always feel like I don't have enough slots in my deck, honestly, for what I want to do. It's really
I think it comboed really well with just all the searching stuff. I think it works really well with that stuff. So
You're
even in a
right.
even in a deck where you're only playing one color, sure, there it's less useful. But
Would
the
you-
fact that you
would you-
can that into an energy instead of just here's an energy, like
That's probably right. But I'm thinking, what would you like? Okay, let's say you took my deck, right? And you wanted to insert 4 copies of Energy Surge. Would you take out 4 energies or 4 other trainer cards and Pokemon and stuff?
4 potions.
4 potions?
Yeah, I don't think the potions are any good. So next time is base set 2, in which we won't get anything new,
Yeah.
but we'll get
We'll get the promo cards.
We'll get the promo
That's
cards, which will definitely kind of mix things up a little bit, and we'll also have another chance at just filling out things that we didn't already have,
Yes. Yeah.
which will be very important.
I might get finally get more than 2 computer searches.
Right, we'll get more computer searches, maybe more item finders, stuff like that would be good. Get a chance at Alakazam if anyone's interested in using that.
True.
I actually found that my deck this time around, or my pulls in Fossil, actually have kind of cemented in a strategy for the base set 2 episode for me.
Interesting.
My pulls gave me the tools that will be useful in base set 2, not so much here, so this was just kind of like a Mystic Mind pile that didn't work, whereas next time I have a more cohesive strategy.
Doesn't it depend on what you pull in base set 2, or you kind of just
No.
set as long as you get
I already have the tools to do it. Just anything I pull in base
why
set
didn't you
2
do it
will
this
just be
time, then?
helpful. Because there is something that's not part of base set 2 that we get in base set 2
Oh, you
that
want
matters.
a promo.
I want a
fair
promo.
enough. Also, the bans will change stuff. Like, if you guys go with Scyther, that'll force me to do something
Yeah,
very different.
I'm
which
thinking about
excited about.
Scyther. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about energy removal because I just fucking
Yeah.
hate it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
that's
energy removal or a search card.
Energy removal would actually speed up. Like, if you banned that would speed up the game.
It would.
I do like it, because...
That's the
when
thing. I don't want to ban it because I want to keep using it, but that's like a reason to get rid of it. Like with this deck,
Yeah.
I could not afford to have any search cards, and that's what killed me.
It's actually kind of a
Because-
bill, isn't it? Like, everyone wants an energy removal. I know you didn't use Angel, but I think it is a good idea. Like,
Yeah,
so...
because
I was almost thinking, I don't know if I would rather ban energy removal or super energy removal, because energy removal you can recover from. Super energy removal is really hard to recover from.
Yeah, but super energy removal also has a cost.
That never matters. Every time anyone has ever used it, it's always, I'm just gonna ditch this one random energy sitting around on this thing from earlier in the game, and it functionally makes super energy removal free.
Well, see you guys in base set 2, I guess.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, consider commenting. I won't pressure you to like or subscribe, but I will tell you that I read comments and take suggestions to heart. If you have ideas for how to improve this content, leave them below and make your voice heard. I also stream on Twitch. I stream every Friday. Clips made by viewers there get considered for conversion into shorts here on YouTube. I actively use feedback given there to improve my content as well. Consider dropping in sometime. Everyone's welcome. I'll see you in the next set.